race, and I want you to know you gotta take me for a long walk or stay close by my side, 'cause I can really play that little girl till the day that I die. You got me out of for pain, fuck me like a hound. Or if you put my tail now, baby, I'm better lost than found. Yeah. Treat me like a dog. Treat me like a dog. Treat me like a dog. Treat me like a dog.
Well, we met when we were teenagers. We played in the band called the Space Shits. And then Mark had a one-man band called BBQ. And we got together 2002. And we started playing shows in Hamburg and in Berlin as two separate, well, on stage together, but like doing songs after each other. And then eventually we just started playing together and people started going crazy, so we kept doing it.
Like, doo-wop and punk are just things we have always loved, you know? Like, we don't like the cheesy doo-wop, like, or at least I don't like, you know, Runaway and all that shit. I like black doo-wop. I like animal style fucking, you know, shit. And we both love that in punk. We were always in punk bands, going to punk shows, and we're just punks and we love rock and roll, you know, so.
Also, I think that one big influence too is like really old gospel music, which I think is very punk also, you know, in the way that, especially like if you look at, you know, black gospel music from America, when people were treated so terribly, but every Sunday they harmonized and like screamed out their soul and washed away their pain. So we do the same thing for our fans, I think, and for us.
I just think that we have an understanding of rock and roll, so luckily our fans are people that, like, that was such a crazy thing for us because we were into, you know, the Velvets and even like the Primitives and all these older Lou Reed bands for years. So hearing he was a fan and meeting him and being invited to do stuff and all that kind of stuff, I mean, it's amazing. But at the same time, I think it's a logical thing. When you see us and you feel what we're doing, we really just, we love rock and roll, and it's a very pure expression of rock and roll. And I think people understand, like those older folks understand what we're trying to do. Some people don't understand that it's, yeah, we dress like this and it's silly, but it's very important for us. It's for our hearts. Like, it's like very, very important, you know?
I think the Velvet Underground too has this really surrealistic art approach to things too, and which I think is really missing in a lot of music. And you know, when we perform, we like to wear, you know, crazy things. Well, first because we like to dress like this, which is why we probably live in Berlin. But yeah, and I think it's for us. Lou Reed is such an important person. You know, when we were teenagers, when we discovered that, it was really like discovering a secret. You know, no one, and you shared it with your best friends, but no, you know, you didn't share it with everyone. And I think that we actually preserve that in rock and roll. Like yesterday, we had a 19-year-old girl at our show in Alicante, and was a fan of ours since she was 13. and her job was erotic massage, and she was 19. You know, that's like kind of crazy, but she was telling us how much, you know, our music influenced her life. So the costumes do work in some ways.
and like Lou Reed and Velvet Underground, we don't want to be popular. Like we don't want to have to compromise this. You know what I mean? Like, this is how we are. We want to be something that's a secret handshake that, you know, only certain people might know about and go like, yeah, you like that too? That's really cool, you know?
Also, I mean, in America, we've been playing, you know, with our old band, you know, and this band for like the past 20 years, and we never get offers to do television or anything like that. But we have, you know, tons of kids and fans. So yeah, we're a part of the underground, and it's important that the underground survives, because in the underground is where you're most free.
Well, we've been coming to Spain for a long time. I think maybe the level of drug abuse has gone down, which is good for us.
Yeah, we like that.
But Spain's always been a place where people understand rock and roll, and it's part of the culture. I think maybe
it's
I'm
in the
wrong.
blood.
Yeah, like you're not a piece of shit. You're a rock and roller, and people respect that. Like, normal people like rock and roll, and they understand, and they have fun, and they get that it's a sexual, animal, fun, spiritual, thing, and it's all connected. Punk, rock and roll, everything's one thing. And they understand the underground. It's a lot different than a lot of places. Like, we can't tour and have the same feeling and go to, where Canada even, maybe Montreal, but
Belgium.
Yeah, like Spain's pretty special. It's a special place to play this kind of music for sure.
It's a fish fry. Yeah, it's a fish fry. Yeah, it's a fish fry. Yeah, it's a fish fry.
We started working on new songs. Yeah, it's something that I think now that we're, we have to do this to preserve rock and roll, and so we can't stop. And I think we had such a roller coaster, throughout the years, and now it's really wonderful to see the next generation appreciating our music, and that's, I think, the best test. If, like, when we go to America, we have just tons of teenagers and who are going wild, and as long as we don't have just dinosaurs at our show or just record collectors, because then you have a problem.
watching you sink out of my sight, while the ocean holds you tight.
We are the King Connor Barbecue Show.
And you're watching
The Transistor. Mark the mile. Rolling.